guys, it's Andrew from the blog Pine and Prospect Home, and I have a fun video to share with you today. And actually, so originally my plan was to film this video outside, but my neighbors right behind me are actually, so there's a river that runs right behind my house, and they are building a new seawall, and the noise is so loud that I feel like, I mean, I can hear it right now inside my house, so I hope the camera isn't picking it up too loudly. Anyways, enough about that. Today I am going to share just some fun vintage finds that I have collected over the past few weeks. So they're sort of from all over. I've gotten a couple things at thrift stores, a couple things at antique shops, and I actually even scored a few things on Facebook Marketplace recently, and I thought, man, I have got a real neat collection here and I should just share it, you know, on the blog. Eventually it's all going to pop up in my decor anyways. So the very first item I want to share with you is this really neat green chippy, I think the lady had it listed as a washtub stand, a primitive washtub stand. She said it was from the early 1900s, and it's just such a neat piece. And so I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. It was listed for 20 bucks, marked down from 50. And it was near our house, and there's something about it that I just thought, oh my goodness, that is really cool. What can I do with that? And so I ended up grabbing it, and I think it could be really neat. So I'm pretty sure I've told you guys this before, but we are in the process of finishing our basement. Right now, my husband, if you follow me on Instagram, I told you he's updating all the plumbing, putting all new windows in, kind of the stuff that's not so pretty. And so anyways, once we get into like the design elements of this space, I for sure will take you guys along. I'm super excited to show you everything we have planned for down there. But I have never had like an official laundry room space. I mean, the washer and dryer are in our basement, but our basement is sort of like just cinder block walls, very dungeon-like. There's nothing special about it. And so once we finish our basement, I would love to have a designated laundry area. And I just pictured this really cool washtub stand potentially in that space somehow. One of the things that I thought would maybe be a cool use for it is to somehow attach it to the ceiling even and use it to, you know, hook hangers on and dry clothes off of it or something like that. I don't know. I just thought for 20 bucks, this thing is so cool. I can use it somewhere. So anyways, that was my first find that I wanted to share with you guys. All right, so the next find I want to share with you is actually one that I found on Mackinac Island, where I visited just last week with my husband for our 10-year anniversary. I ended up finding an old watering can in the sale section. I want to say the shop was called Little Luxuries. Really cute home decor shop. I will link it in the blog post if you want to check out the blog post in connection with this video. But anyways, it was in the sale section, but there was no price on it. And so I went up to the owner and I said, I found this cool watering can. Is it for sale, or, you know, how much is it? And she said, oh, well, I guess I can sell it to you. And so she said, how about $15? And I accepted. I thought, you know, for 15 bucks, it was really cool. I loved sort of the chippy finish on it. And truth be told, I went antiquing recently with my husband, and I could not believe how expensive the watering cans were. I'm talking like $48. So for 15 bucks, I thought, you know, it'll be a cool memory to have from Mackinac Island. And so she held on to it for me while we rode our bikes around the island, and then I came back later in the day to pick it up. The third find that I wanted to share with you guys is this really cool vintage lamp, and you're just gonna have to trust me here. I know that it looks like sort of 1980s, but I have seen this same style lamp in a lot of homes that I truly admire and love, but for a lot more money. And it had this beautiful pottery-like finish. And my plan is to paint the lamp and I don't have a shade for it yet. I'm not even exactly sure where it's going to go, but I feel like I could make it look really cool. So it was $6, but lamps were half off that day, so I grabbed it for $3, and I thought, you know, for $3, I can't go wrong. I'm gonna take a risk on this thing. I feel like it could be really cool. So the next find that I wanted to share with you guys, let me take a look here at the blog post, is, the antique spool leg table, side table that I found. This table was so pretty, and it was at a thrift store for $15, $15.75 or something like that. And I don't know, something about the shape was really speaking to me. I loved those legs. So my mom informed me that those are called spool legs. I'm not really sure why, maybe because they look like spools of yarn or something like that. But one of these days, I am going to give you guys a tour of my mom's house. So my mom loves 17th century antiques. So if you go into my mom's home, it's like you're walking into the set of some type of pilgrim movie. It's pretty amazing. And so my love for antiques and my love of home decor totally comes from my mom. My dad, on the other hand, so a lot of, you know, antiques from the 1600s, of course, my mom, she couldn't afford those, and so she would ask my dad to build them for her. And so my dad has built so many things around my house that I grew up in. So he's like, I get like that DIY spirit from my dad, because he was always like, I could make that. I could do that for so much less, which my husband is actually a lot like my dad too, which is really funny. So anyways, that was a side note. But whenever I have questions about antiques or furniture styles, I go to my mom, and she'll tell me, oh, well, that's Queen Anne style, or that's, you know, whatever. She knows. So it's kind of neat having her. Anyways, initially my plan was to sand this table down or strip it or something, but I have to be honest, I just stuck it in my living room next to my couch, and I'm kind of loving the dark color maybe? I don't know. I might give it like a citrus strip spray treatment like I did to the one table that I have in my living room, which I have a blog post on that if you want to check it out. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know what I end up doing. I just think it's a neat table. Oh, the next find that I want to share with you is I found some more false graph. I haven't found heritage false graph in so long. I found this really good size container. It was $2.75 just recently at a thrift store. And I'm going to add it to my collection in my corner hutch, which I know I told you guys like back in March, I want to say, that I was switching things up and adding some different things in my corner cabinet. Well, I have since gone back to just all false graph in that corner cabinet. So I'll have to show you guys an update. Something about summertime, maybe it was just too busy. I wanted just a clean, all white look in there. So I'm really excited. I actually have a match to this container that's a little bit smaller, and the two look really beautiful next to each other. So the next thing that I wanted to share with you guys that was also an antique store find, I had gone into an antique store, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago and found this, but it's a really neat metal vintage milk crate. And I paid a little bit more for it, to be honest. I want to say it was $18, but this thing was so cool, and I loved the fact that it had this really beautiful like gray blue patina. I don't know, it was just really cool. Something about it. I have a couple of other vintage crates throughout my home that I really love. I haven't had a chance really to just play with my house, and I think I need a day like that to just turn on some music and play with all of these new items. So maybe I'll make a video and show you guys. Let me know if you're interested in like a decor styling type video. I don't know if that would be boring to watch, but anyways. All right, so here's my last find to share with you guys. A huge splurge. In fact, I'm still kind of shocked that I paid this price, but you guys tell me if I paid too much. So going back to the basement design, wanting to have a laundry room, I know that once we finish this space, a lot of it will feel new you know, because we're gonna put, you know, we're putting up walls, flooring. I mean, we're gonna put some cabinetry down there. And I want to figure out a way to pull in some character down there. And we have always wanted a utility sink. I mean, you guys know we do tons of DIY around here. We're always doing projects, and washing paintbrushes is one of those things that I'm doing a lot in my kitchen sink. And so I thought, I would love to have a big, huge utility sink in our basement. Well, just randomly, I went on Facebook Marketplace and typed in vintage utility sink. That's literally what I searched for. And I found this great double wash tub vintage sink. The lady had it listed for $125, okay? So I was like, ugh. So I looked up brand new utility sinks, and they literally range from like, they're around $100 for one that's like brand new from a big box store. So I showed it to my husband and I said, do you think you could make this work in our future laundry room? It's just so cool. It has so much character. It's so neat. Like, I really think it could be so pretty in a laundry space. I ended up offering $75. She countered with $90, and I accepted the offer. That's a lot of money. I don't remember the last time I've spent $90 on anything for my home. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything at the top of my, at the moment I can't. I mean, that's a lot for us, but I felt like I couldn't let this go. It was just one of those things that I felt like I really would regret if I let it go. So, anyways, I accepted the offer. You guys tell me if you think that's a good price or if you think I splurged. It's just such a cool wash tub. So those are my vintage finds for today. I wish I had them all styled and ready to show you guys, but truth be told, I don't. I haven't had a day, like I said, to really play with all of these things. I have a video all about Facebook Marketplace, and I will put a card here if you want to go check that out. I share some tips about scoring vintage finds over on Facebook. I also have an ebook if you subscribe to my blog, which I only send out 2, sometimes 3 emails a week. You can subscribe to my blog and I will send you a free ebook called How I Thrift, and there are some tips in there. If you're interested in learning more about thrifting, I'll put a link for that below as well. And then I also have a class on my blog that I offer, a course. It's like a private video for those who subscribe to my blog. And I share some tips on how you can decorate for less and save money when you're decorating your home. So just thought I'd throw in a few. They're all free, available to you if you subscribe to my blog, which means so much to me when you do that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed all these vintage finds today, and I can't wait to play with them all and show you where I end up putting them. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspires you to get out there and do some digging at some thrift stores, maybe even go on Facebook Marketplace and see what you can find. If you are new to my channel, I'd love for you to subscribe, and that's about it. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.